Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Gray League and we got a different team to try out here. Looks very fun, and it's going to be featuring the Chesnaught paired with the Shadow Drapion with the Shadow Electivire. So we got the Primate versus the Chesnaught lead here. Kind of neutral matchup. They decide to go for a move here. Oh, close combat does get used. They switch out into the Mandibuzz, but we do have some energy saved on our Chesnaught, so we're gonna apply the pressure here, go for the Ice Punch versus this Mandibuzz. They tank the first move. They're gonna throw another move here. We can tank the first move, I think. There's the foul play, that's fine. Oh, they're gonna be able to get to another move quickly, and we're just gonna let this go because we've already done enough damage towards this Mandibuzz. We're gonna go into the Drapion now. This Drapion does have to tank the aerial ace. They switch out into the Primate. So we see the Primate lock themselves back in. We are going to be able to fire off 2 Aqua Tails. And we do get the second shield. So we're just going to switch out here, use the Chesnaught energy to take out this Primate. Down goes the Primate. And now we have to... okay, we are going to be able to get to a move versus this Mandibuzz. Luckily, we resist their snarls. We take out the Mandibuzz and let's see what's in the back. Ooh, Clockstar in the back is actually manageable. Clockstar versus the Drapion has no fast move pressure. We're going to be able to charge these charge attacks very quickly. And we have 2 shields, so essentially we are forcing the Clockstar to get to at least 3 moves. You can see right here, we do get to the Aqua Tail and we go for the another Aqua Tail right here for the KO before we have to use the second shield. So GG's to our opponent. That was a crazy end game right there. Clockstar was one of the win conditions in the end versus our Drapion. Luckily, it was able to have those shields and able to outpace them. All right, we got the Chesnaught versus Starmie. Not the best situation. We're going to go into the Drapion. They counter swap into their Stunfisk immediately. We are going to be able to get to the move first. Crunch does get used. It doesn't get the debuff, but it does a good chunk, roughly 20%. Mud Bomb goes through and we are able to tank it. So we're just going to keep on farming and fire off this Aqua Tail here. This Aqua Tail will get a shield from this Stunfisk, so that's pretty decent. And we are able to get to another move here. They're looking for the farm down. This Aqua Tail doesn't quite KO, but it gets it extremely low. So much so that we can farm that with the Chesnaught if they allow us to. We resist all the moves. We don't have to shield anything here. They go for back-to-back moves. Mud Bomb was used first, Discharge second, all resisted. Now we see the Starmie and they are running, I believe, the Psy Wave. And we're going to have to switch out of there. Now we have to win the game with the Electivire. And we see the Morpeko tank the Ice Punch. And just like that, we are going to be able to get to another Ice Punch. We do win the CAP. We force out that last shield. And this is a simple end game now. We just farm down. Probably have to use the second shield here with the Psychic Fang incoming. Yep. And then we should be able to get to a Wild Charge versus the Starmie. Starmie's still there. Okay, extra farm. 1 fast move away. And there it goes. So GG's to our opponent. Able to farm down the Morpeko, come out with the Wild Charge, fire it off against that Starmie for the win. This Electivire is going absolutely insane right now. Finding the right combinations and closing the game exactly when it needs to. Alright, Chesnaught versus the Samurott. This is a favorable matchup for us. We are doing fast move pressure, but they're also, using their fast move pressure. They go for the Hydro Cannon right there that is resisted. We are going to see the Mandibuzz again, so we're just going to use our Electivire. We do get a shield, so Electivire has already threatened that potential. We are going to shield here because we are going to be able to get to another move. This Ice Punch here doesn't quite KO. However, it looks like we are going to be able to get to another Ice Punch, and this is going to get the shield or get the KO. They decided to let it go. Electivire is still pretty good against the Samurott, so this Samurott is going to be threatened Okay, they actually let that go, and we are able to farm down, and they are in big trouble because that Electivire still had a shield and a little bit of energy advantage because it got the farm down, and our opponent decided to GG's quit. Let us know what do you think was in the back right there. Obviously didn't want to see that Electivire. Maybe it was a double flyer team? Not exactly sure. Alright, we got the jump up here to deal with. We switch into the Drapion. They counter swap into the Greedent. Okay. We are going to fire off this crunch here to do as much damage. No debuff, unfortunately. We do get to another crunch. We are trying to spam our way through this situation. Our opponent does elect to shield that second one finally. We're going to have to let this go. I don't think we need to shield anything here. If we want to win the switch, we have to shield, but we're going to just allow her to go down, I guess. We are going to fire off this Aqua Tail. Maybe we get a shield. No shield. They counter swap into their jump up immediately. And we're going to be able to fire off another crunch. Maybe get a debuff? No debuff, so that's going to be tough. They did get the farm down, so they have the energy advantage. We're going to shield here. Ends up being the energy ball. It's fine. And we are going to... Okay, they get to another move. We're going to let this go. Oh, ends up being energy ball. We thought that they were going to bait right there. All right, well, this has gone from bad to worse. Now we see the jump love versus our Chesnaught. This is unfavorable. They are running the acrobatics, so they didn't even have the aerial ace. Okay, so now they did catch a move correctly, and there goes our game. That's not going to be possible to win this situation now. They pretty much had a good answer for our Chesnaught. Core broken. Like, unfortunately for us, the Chesnaught almost had nowhere to go. Basically, it was trying to find that Greedent matchup, but unfortunately, they avoided that situation. Alright, we got the Morpeko versus the Chesnaught. They switch out into the jump up this time. So we're going to be able to have the Electivire onto the jump up. Firing off the Ice Punch does go through. Looks like our opponent does go for the energy ball there, and we do get the switch, but we see the Quagsire. So this Quagsire is going to be more difficult to deal with, obviously. We are going to be able to part ways with another Ice Punch, so we do grab a shield. They are going to go for the farm down. Nice play. You see the Chesnaught, they counter swap into Morpeko. We counter swap into our Drapion. So this is as good as it's going to get. We do have to shield potentially an Aurora Wheel, and that's exactly what we do. Now we're going to be able to at least get to 2 Aqua Tails. So first Aqua Tail does get shielded. We're going to be able to get to another one here. They potentially can over farm. Okay, I guess not, because we're going to be able to threaten potential farm down. So we're forced out some energy. Aurora Wheel does get used again, but they're so low, we should be able to farm down. And all we have to do in this situation is farm down with the Chesnaught. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with our Chesnaught right there. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.